There is only one man qualified for the job. A veteran of many flights. A certified badass. His name is Jeb. So, welcome back everybody. We need to stop this asteroid from hitting Kerbin. Luckily, we've got the corvette back, and it's been outfitted this time. It's got a giant nuclear engine stuck on the docking port at the back. Eight, in fact, solid fuel boosters to give it extra delta V. On the side we have 2 large fuel tanks and some monopropellant. And then, in addition, 2 Kethane-enriched nuclear weapons, which we're not meant to have, but don't tell the northern territories. These will reel themselves in once attached to the asteroid and burrow down. It should only take 1, but we've got 2 for safe measure. Now, the asteroid is coming in pretty fast from that direction. After getting captured in Kerbin sphere influence, the idea is we'll go behind the moon and slingshot around behind it. And hopefully the solid fuel boosters will give us enough delta V that we can catch up, because it's going pretty fast. I think it's going to go 2.5 kilometers per second, 4 kilometers maybe on impact. But first we need to rename the ship. Zihaldun 1225, I'm probably mangling the pronunciation, suggested that we should call it Gungnir, after Odin's spear, which he took to Ragnarok and fought with, and that, always aims true. And considering that we're going to try and stop, well, a disaster, I thought it very fitting. Now, ESV stands for Elysium Space Vessel. And, so this is the Gungnir class. Now, we're booking up a lot of speed here, but sadly we're still using nuclear engines, so it's going to take us a bit of a while to get the speed up, but we need to be going pretty damn fast. When we get to the moon, we're going to need to kick those solid fuel boosters in so we can just catch up with this asteroid. You can see they're sorting out the lunar trajectory. Now, normally, there's many better options to sort out your local asteroid problem. And blowing it up normally doesn't work, but we're lucky because this asteroid is relatively small. It's 100 meter diameter, and we've got these Kethane-enriched warheads. We should be able to drill down and blow it up into several fragments, and these fragments should be small enough that they'll burn up in the atmosphere. If it's a bigger asteroid, then that's not going to really help. You're just going to turn one falling object into many, to quote a film. And ideally, if you had a lot more time, you could ram it, you could put a thruster on it, you can move it out of the way, but the problem is we can't give it enough delta V. It's a big heavy object. There's no way we can solve this. We have to blow it up. Now, we're coming in behind it. Our fuel boosters are empty. All the footage back there was kind of lost, so I'm sorry you didn't see the slingshot maneuver. It was well timed. It's about the most interesting part of it. And now we've just got to catch up the asteroid. We've got about 1 hour till it impacts Kerbin. So we're going to have to work fast and dock quickly. We're also running very low on monopropellant, having dumped our external tanks. And because this is kind of a heavy ship, this is going to be an issue. Alright, we'll dump them. We'll park up behind it. And Jebediah can get out and do his thing. Now, many of you may be wondering about parallels and stuff with asteroid impacts in Hollywood, because a number of you were like, oh, that asteroid's nothing, and some of you were like, oh, that asteroid's going to wipe out the planet. No, it's not a big asteroid, it's a 100 meter diameter, so we're talking about a 10 megaton yield, especially the speed it's going. Now, the thing is, because the diameter of the asteroid, volume's a cube product of the radius, If it's a 1 meter asteroid, 1 meter cubed. If it's a 2 meter diameter asteroid, you're suddenly looking at a much higher figure. I mean, that's assuming it's a cube, because I'm not going to do the volume of a sphere in my head. So your asteroid gets much, much, much more deadly very quickly. But yeah, in Hollywood, you know, you've probably seen Armageddon. A fair few might have seen Deep Impact, came out at the same time, actually came out first, and proportionally for its budget, made more money. 15 years on. It's nearly 15 years. It's 15 years, 1 month and a few days ago that Deep Impact came out. Deep Impact was slightly more scientifically correct. Armageddon they actually use as a training film in NASA's management course to see how many errors people can spot. I think the record's 168. There's a list, if you go to a Wikipedia article on Armageddon, the list's linked from there. It's kind of an amusing read if you've seen the film. Also, they take Gatling cannons to space. I mean, I know we've got Gatling cannons, but we've got an excuse, right? Anyway, we're just coming in behind the asteroid. It's getting tense. Obviously, with a limited monopropellant, we're going to have to try and get all our maneuvers right. Otherwise we could just end up spinning off. Or spinning into the asteroid, that would be kind of worse. Now I'm trying to do a suicide burn here. Last possible second. Blast up with those thrusters. Stop as close as possible. That won't do any more maneuvering, because to turn the ship around takes a lot of RCS. It takes a very long time if you're not using RCS. We'd probably maybe turn around twice before the impact happened. So, we're getting in close, nice 150 meters away. Just let it coast a little bit more and we'll jump. Now, why were Deep Impact and Armageddon at the same time? Like, I read somewhere a long time ago, and I tried to check this recently, I was like, I just wanted to just get my facts straight, but I couldn't find it. I read somewhere a very long time ago that it was because NASA needed to up, like, people's, like, how much people cared about space, public image of NASA and so on, and they were trying to drive publicity. So they said that they could film at Canaveral for free to any film company. So there was like a couple of TV movies that year, and there was Deep Impact and there was Armageddon. Both of, like, all of whom took them up on the offer. And that's what I read. Now, if anyone could actually confirm that for me, that'd be grand. But the difference being in Armageddon, they did the whole oil well people, can't remember the name, but you know, anyway, they drill down the asteroid, they plant a nuke, split it in two. Now the asteroid they're talking about is the size of Texas. That probably wouldn't work, and it wouldn't give it enough force to really split the asteroid and make it go very far. You know, that being a basic flaw in the film. Now, of course, ours is much smaller, and now it's got a lot closer. We've been able to determine by long-distance radar that it does have a few faults going through it. So we should be able to shatter it, and by shattering it we increase the surface area because there's a lot more pieces, and they should burn up in the atmosphere. Hopefully nothing will really reach the ground. And obviously if we blow up further away, smaller asteroid than the one in like Armageddon, so we should be able to shatter the pieces far enough that they disperse. Now I'm using up the last of the RCS fuel just to get close. Got the lights on just so we can see what we're doing. I'm running very low on RCS now. Now, there was a film in 1979, I think, called Meteor, which dealt with an asteroid hitting, I think it was a comet, maybe? An asteroid? Comet? Can't remember which. Hitting the Earth, and a chunk of it hit New York and destroyed New York, and then the USSR and America both turned all their ICBMs onto the asteroid and blow it up. That probably wouldn't work so well. Nukes don't actually vaporize very much, and in space, nuclear weapons are much worse because you don't have a real fireball, you don't have an air blast. Right, Jebediah's out. Now we're using the Kerbal attachment system to use the dismountable ports, so he's going to go and drill them into the asteroid. He's getting a bit blinded right now by the spotlight. Maybe just move side to the side. So he's going to plonk them on, and then he's going to go back, grab the winch mechanism on the nuke, attach that, and then basically detach it from the ship, and that should be fine, because it should drill itself down without any hassle. Now the issue is, we only need one, so we've got two. We should be safe. We should be fine now. We've done the hard part, the maneuver node and getting in and matching the speed, while plenty before Kerbin was the difficult part. All we've got to do now is just plant these, hook them up, and we should be fine. Nice bit of station keeping. Now the only issue is if we start running out of RCS in Jeb's backpack, but I think we're okay for the moment. Now let's grab that. I do quite like the Kerbal attachment system. I've been using it a lot recently, and you know, without it, we'd be in trouble. Now the problem is, this is actually going to be probably the last flight of the Gungnir, because we don't have very much fuel left, and it's going to be a hard burn to try and... Things are twisting. That's not good. Well, we're going to have to move fast then. Problem is, we don't have much delta V left, and nuclear engines take a very long time to give a lot of power, to get any power out, and I don't know if we'll be able to change our orbit enough. So we're probably going to end up crashing into the atmosphere at speed. Now, luckily, of course, we have the ejection system that we built into it, which can eject and parachute down its own. It doesn't really have any guidance, so we'd have to just hope they don't land in Styx territory. But we should be fine. Of course, if this was actual reality, we'd probably be hitting the atmosphere at something like 85 degrees, and that would be an instant burn up on re-entry. Luckily, though, we're fine. Kerbal's atmosphere doesn't work like the real world. Now, Jeb needs to just... He keeps missing the port. It's really difficult. It seems to be moving slightly, the asteroid's turning, and just trying to get close enough. And there are buggy issues that happen if you bounce into the asteroid, so I'm trying not to get too close. A little bit up. It's getting tense. We're spending a lot of time up here. We've still probably got enough time to finish this and get away. Maybe, if we're lucky, save the Gungnir. Right, we've got enough EVA fuel, so... what's that? Why is our engine over here? Oh, crap. We're being dragged around by the attachment system. Let's quickly get it plugged in, and what the hell is happening to our ship? Right, that's both of them attached. Where's the second line? There's only one attached now, and that's being strained. We have only one engine. Bugger! Oh, there goes one of the nukes. Yep, that nuke's gone. At least the other one's holding. We need to eject it quickly before it snaps. We should be fine with one nuke. We need to just get it undock it. We need to get on board the ship. Undock it. Now, we've got to get on board the ship, but it's spinning. This is going to be difficult. And hopefully not smash it in the process. Okay, get in. Get in, Jeb. Come on. Okay, right. Where's the nuke? There we go. Decouple node. It's away. Let's just hope it doesn't destroy itself on impact. And it's fine. It's fine. Whew. Right, let's just get rid of the broken remnants of the other one. Yeah, that's our engine. We have no engines. We've no engines. We've got one nuke attached. That should be enough, hopefully. We have 0 in the way of ability to control ourselves. Right. We need to get out of here before the nuke blows. Jeb, what did you put on the timer? Oh crap. We should probably move. Balls. Right, Jeb. We need to do this. We need to point at the planet Kerbin and then abort. The abort system has solid fuel boosters which should throw you forwards. And in theory, we'll be fine. We're pointing at the sun. It's not exactly where I want to be going. Okay, these still have fuel. Right. Come on. Eject, right. And it's the first actual test of the ejection system. And it seems to have worked. I mean, Jeb's very, very dizzy. Right, let's have a look at AS638. Okay. Hopefully one Keythane warhead should be enough. Let's just hope so. Right. Jeb. Yes! AS638, you've been defeated by the might of the Elysian Empire. We have saved countless civilians and infrastructure, and you know, possibly even more. We've saved face as well. We've stopped a catastrophic event. Now, let's just hope Jeb can survive. Because we're headed towards Kerbin at something like 4 kilometers per second. Which is fast. Surprisingly enough. Doing a little roll to celebrate. Because, you know, Jeb is a certified badass. Right, so let's get ready for re-entry. There's the remnants of our ship and the asteroid, which is no more because Kerbal scientists and the very best piloting from Jebediah Right, so let's just warp ahead. Doesn't look like we're coming down near home, but I don't think we're going to be in the Styx Empire, the Styx Dominion. Just hope it lands safely, because I don't think this is being tested. Especially at this angle. We might rip the parachutes away if they work. They might have been damaged during the the ping pong of the asteroid. Jeb, what are you doing? Jeb, did you bring a radio on board? Jeb. I guess we'll let him off. He did just save, well, saved whoever was going to be under the asteroid, but let's say the world. Yeah, the parachutes aren't deploying, so let's manually deploy them. Don't know why they weren't deploying, but, you know, they are now, so it's all good. Jeb's really enjoying the descent and music, and it looks like our velocity is perfectly tolerable. We probably won't rip the parachutes and everything. And we're going to hit water, so, you know, really, Jeb did a very good job there. And deploy. Mission success! I think Jebediah maybe needs some sort of commendation for that. Of course, this mission never happened because we were never ever meant to have any nuclear weapons, especially not ones that have been specially enriched by our scientists with ketane. So yeah, none of this ever happened. Although I'm pretty sure that perhaps sticks weren't meant to drop asteroids on us. Technically not prohibited, but come on. That's just... it's not sporting. Jeb does like his hard rock. So yeah, we're gonna have to... we need an excuse for why we've suddenly lost a ship. And we need to somehow get Jeb back. But he's celebrating now by doing push-ups on top of his craft, just to show how badass he is. So, this has been yet another successful mission. I've been EnterElysium, and stay shiny. I'll see you next time.